Oh boy.
It's going.
It's real.
It's going. It says
Don't slouch. Don't slouch. Okay.
Okay, audio is there. The little bar is moving, right?
The bar's moving. Where am I gonna go get drinks?
So that means we're good, right?
Looks good to me, Maddie.
Why are you dressed like that?
I'm David Addison from Moonlight.
I feel like I need sunglasses now.
Nah, I need to see your pretty eyes. No one wants to see my ugly eyes.
I feel like I need to dress cool.
You were born with all the good traits. The more I cover my face up, the more handsome I get. The handsomer I get.
If you say so.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, it looks like everything's looking good for the podcast.
Yeah, it is.
And we're going to get started here in a few minutes.
Looking real.
Connie Cleary is here.
Clearly.
And Seth Martin, our music man, Seth.
Seth, yeah.
Hello there, Seth. Hello there, Connie. Yeah, we started a few minutes early just to make sure it was working right.
Mm-hmm.
And John Lincoln's here. Hello.
All right, cool.
And Louis here. He's on the
I'm surprised he's not up on my lap yet. He wants to come up.
Might.
I think. Come on,
and there's Albert and Toy Painter 1. Oh, cool. And Wiki Bobby, we've got a little bit of a Sunday fun day crew here. Awesome, guys.
Yeah, we missed you on Friday, but hey, we're trying to make up for it the best we can.
Yeah, it's been a weird couple of weeks.
Indeed.
Some good stuff, some
hopefully
sad
we're
stuff.
done with the weirdness, but we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully it's more good stuff moving forward.
We got some good news and some bad news and some more good news. So
yeah.
But I think the good news outweighs the bad. Well, not really. Bad news is pretty bad.
Yeah. Well.
I don't know how to feel about things. I don't know.
A wet and rainy Sunday. Yeah, Captain Cleveland's here. Yeah, so it is a very rainy Sunday. It's raining cats and dogs out there. It's like it's like buckets. It's raining a lot.
What did you say?
Raining cats and dogs.
Oh,
it's raining buckets.
I think you said something else.
No.
Buckets, like
it's raining buckets.
Like you were so mad at it, like bucket.
No.
Bucket.
People are saying they liked the movie Friday. They liked Friday's show. So
good.
Friday's show, I guess we could talk about the MummyAndMonkey stuff and then get into the scavenging part of it.
Sure. Get that out the way.
Yeah, so...
Are we going to start the show? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Let's officially start the show.
Let's officially start.
We got your permission, Lou? We're good? Okay, and here we go. Hey, gang! Welcome to another exciting episode of...
Living the Scream! The behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey, where we talk about reselling, we talk about eBay and scavenging, and we talk about our show, The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout.
That's right. Resellers by day, horror hosts by night. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, and on our horror hosted show, that can be seen streaming most Fridays live at 10 p.m. on our YouTube channel, The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. I play the role of Grim Gory Monkey Extraordinaire, and you?
And I play the role of Janet Decay, Cleveland's Yummy Mummy.
You're the mummy portion of the show.
I am the mummy portion of the show. Yes.
Yeah, and I got my sweet Psycho Ape shirt on today, which I love. I think we're going to have to show this movie at some point.
We're going to have to, but it's going to be really chopped up. There's a lot of scenes in that movie that we cannot play. We like Addison a lot, the guy that made the movie Psycho Ape.
Yeah. And
he gave us permission to host it. But he also understands that there's only so much we could show on YouTube. Yeah,
but I can clean it up. I can't clean it up, and that to me that's good because then it gives people the incentive to go buy the actual movie
to go and watch it unedited,
in its entirety, right?
Yes,
without the made for family as best I can version of it, but it's something. It is something.
It's definitely something to behold. It's something interesting.
Thank you, Edison Binnick, for giving us a permission to maybe that's what we show for Thanksgiving instead of King Kong. We were going to do it last year. I think that was our idea.
Yes. So we'll have to figure something out with that.
A special Thanksgiving showing of Psycho Ape.
Well, if we chop it down, it might only be a half-hour movie.
Well, no, it won't be that. It's not that.
I'm kidding.
But I wonder if the kids that watch it, if any do, will be like, remember when we were kids, we would watch Psycho Ape every Thanksgiving on the Hairy Scary Hangout.
But it was like the edited version.
Yeah. It's still a movie to see.
Yeah.
Right, we got Louie here co-hosting again. He's just sitting in for moral support, right? Lou, our Crypt Kitty Lou.
So there's everyone's saying hello, so that's nice. Very cool. Albert says Nosferatu. Yeah, I'm wearing a Nosferatu t-shirt. I think you bought this for me at Horror Hound like years ago.
One of those horror places.
Some indie person was making these. It was like their art, and I thought, well, that's really cool art. I'll get the.
Yes, you picked
shirt.
the Nosferatu out.
And then there's Louis the Cat's joining us. Okay, so Mummy and the Monkey. We were not live Friday for episode 174. We had everything pre-recorded because we had a memorial service to attend on Friday night. Yeah. Someone we knew lost someone very close to them.
Yes.
And that someone we know is like family. Mm-hmm. So we, we feel terrible for their family, and our hearts go out to their family.
Right. I'm not sure if I have permission to give out names.
And we're going to protect their privacy. Yeah. They need privacy.
They know who they are. If they're watching this, they know we love them, and we're there for them if they need anything, obviously. And it was a very everybody. It rocked so many. It was a very sudden shock to everyone. It happened very suddenly. Yeah, the turnout was an amazing turnout, and again. Yep. So, I mean, I'm sure everybody goes through it, whether it's happened to them or happened to someone that they know. Yeah. But it's just never easy.
So it was one of those things where it's like, yes, we have to go to this. We have to go and pay respect. And
no question.
A couple nights before, we decided to just, get dressed up in character and film a few segments that we could throw in with, that fun made-for-TV movie that we hosted a couple of years ago and we hosted it without sound effects, I think, because at the time we thought the movie was pretty good. Yeah. Where we felt like it didn't really need a lot.
Yeah, that was actually part of a double feature we did a while back, and it was just so much time we didn't have to put, do two movies back to back that had the sound effects in them. So, I mean, we have done that before, but at that particular time, because this movie sometimes, or this show, I should say, sometimes we do on by the seat of our pants we get it done. So, yeah. I mean, we're putting out a show a week, and that's a lot. I mean, especially for when you're trying to work for a living. And we're a little bit.
Everyone has to work for a living.
I know that, and I know this, but we're squeezing in a 2-hour show, a 3-hour show, some 3.5-hour show, right, every week, and of a newer. If we can get a new movie that we've never shown before, we try to do that. Sometimes we play repeats now, but the other half of the fun is hanging out live when it streams on Friday night with your friends online. It's not just about us. Yeah. It's about hanging out with all the fellow, hairy, scary hangerites.
Yeah, we didn't want to let the fans down. We wanted at least something out there that you guys could watch, so you guys can still have a fun Friday night, even though we were unable to be there, with you in front of the webcam chatting with you.
That's right. And if you had any suggestions, like if you have some ideas, because our fans have a lot of good ideas.
They do. Yeah, you guys have a lot of good suggestions.
Yeah, like if we have to do something and substitute a night, if something comes up or we need a break, if there's something you'd like to see or something you'd like to see us do in lieu of that, because we're not opposed to doing that. If we can put something together for you, because Janet had an idea to do this. She said, let's film some quick segments and then put in a movie we've shown before and have something newish, because we counted that as another episode.
Yeah, we're still counting it as an episode because technically it is an episode. It was just done in a more traditional format. Right. That same format that a lot of other people use when they host movies or when they're on TV
or just show business in general.
On the internet. Yeah, in
general. Not that we're in show business, but
But not much. We're just indie people.
It was pre-taped as opposed to a live streaming broadcast.
Instead of it being live streaming.
So yeah.
But we still had it set up as a premiere, so you could still chat and comment on the movie and
hang
stuff.
out with each other.
And now I did notice a huge difference in the viewership, because the viewership was like
half. Yeah,
it was like half of what we normally get.
So people like hanging out live.
People like seeing us live. It's so like it shows, because the numbers don't lie, and we understand. We know what you guys like at this point, and we will be live next week.
And we appreciate it too. I mean,
we do appreciate it.
Take for granted. So this was a very important thing we had to attend, and we appreciate the ones that were here, and the ones who weren't. Well, hopefully you join us for the next live stream.
Yeah, because we were planning originally on being live Friday, but then this tragedy happened that was totally unexpected, and we're like, we have to be there. We have to go.
Friends and family first, so even the show is very important to us, but
so that's
we did the next best thing
happened. We just didn't want to make because the people that we know that this happened to, they need their privacy. They need their time.
Yeah.
They need to heal. So
yeah, it's been heavy, but like I said, a lot of ups and downs. We don't have to go into the good news stuff because it's kind of personal stuff, but it's good news for us.
Well,
right?
I don't know if you want to, or do you want to wait to?
Yeah, wait a little bit.
So yeah, we had some good things happen to us.
I got some corns removed. Okay, they were really bothering my feet.
No.
For years.
No.
And they finally, and they go good, real good with mashed potatoes. Those corns.
Ew.
They're delicious, and a pork chop, grilled pork chop, not baked.
No, there's some good stuff going on in our personal lives also.
Yes, and some good stuff in other categories, which we're gonna celebrate tonight. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
Not to be goofy, but yeah.
So we're grateful for that. We're grateful for the good stuff going on, and of course, we hope our friends will be okay in the long run.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Much love to you guys. You know who you are.
Yep. So love to them.
Yep. All right, anything going on in the comments? Because this is an interactive show.
Okay, so people saying hi to each other. Yeah, Wiki Bobby, he actually messaged us asking if we were okay, and we gave him a brief explanation.
Yeah,
we did get a few messages asking if we were okay, so thank you guys.
Absolutely, yeah, that's nice to know too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And Connie says, we understand, life happens. Seth says, we forgive you.
I mean, to go,
so they understand.
Yeah, to go as long as you can without anything bad happening to anyone, you or yourself or it's always a blessing, or however you want to look at it. Because, you just never know what the next second holds sometimes. So.
Yeah, you never know.
Right, Lou?
That last stream was a movie I had not seen for ages.
Wow.
Says
That's a good one.
Moose.
That one.
Oh, yeah, the Don't Go to Sleep.
Yeah, we were talking to
That's actually a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, we were visiting our friend Albert this afternoon. Right before the podcast, we were over his place. And we were talking about made-for-TV movies and how cool some of them really were, the ones we remember. This is what I totally remember in elementary school. You come back the next day.
Gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
I remember
you
guys were talking about that one.
Don't Go to Sleep was one too.
Gargoyles is a good one.
But this was one too. We came back to school the next day. Did you see Don't Go to Sleep? Oh, that was me. Oh man.
Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot host the movie Gargoyles. It's owned by it has copyrights. Some of the other made-for-TV movies, like copyrights weren't renewed.
Whatever the case.
Or a lot of other YouTubers have it up, so.
We do our due diligence.
They're kind of like, some of them were forgotten about.
Yeah. Believe me, it won't be on our channel if we can't show it.
Yeah, if something, if someone said, hey, you can't because, then we would have to take it down, obviously.
YouTube is a fickle beast, It's not like you could just throw anything to it. I wish you could. That would be nice. Yeah. Make things a lot easier, but we have to really figure out what we can do. So there's a lot of work that goes on. We don't talk about it a lot, but there's a lot of finger twiddling and waiting for things to go through.
Bobby says, when are you two going to do a skit together?
Huh? What does that mean? Like as Janet?
Oh, no, as our characters, I think.
Boy, they get impatient. They got to feed that beast too, don't you? The audience. We have the time. Right now, lately it's been a little tough, and it's no excuse, but we have ideas for skits. Yeah,
we've actually written down a lot of ideas. It's just getting to go out and do them.
And we're well aware that because
we've been playing a lot of the same ones.
Well, we don't even try, but when I'm putting these shows together, like when I'm getting all the elements together, I know, I'm like, man, we have to get some new stuff. So. Because I don't know.
I'm thinking in the next few weeks, now that, because also behind the scenes, I was trying to get our Blu-ray out. So we have a new Blu-ray coming out in a few weeks. It's going to debut at Cinema Wasteland, called The Mummy and the Monkey's End of Summer Special. And we actually wanted to do this a year or two ago with the filmmaker who gave us permission to use their movie is Terrence Muncie.
Yes.
And he made the movie Bikini Monsters. And we actually hosted Bikini Monsters a couple times. But yeah, we were talking back and forth, and we're like, let's actually get this put out and get it out there for people.
Yeah, Cinema Wasteland, which is not to be confused with the food fetish / lingerie convention, Cinnamon Waistband. That's a totally different convention. So don't confuse them.
Cinnamon Waistband?
Yes. Food fetish /
wow, okay.
Lingerie convention.
It was really like cinnamon.
It's a very niche thing, but yeah.
Cinema Wasteland is the one we are attending.
Don't get them confused.
And yes, the end of summer special will be debuting there. And yeah, we'll be hosting Bikini Monsters. Woo! And the segments that we filmed are in HD, high definition. Yeah, so
but yeah,
because of that The movie wasn't made in HD.
No, it was shot on video.
It was shot on, I think, video
Yeah.
camera.
But it's a good movie.
But it's still a good movie. And
people loved it when we showed it a little bit ago. So.
yeah, we thought it would be nice to give it a Blu-ray release since we filmed the segments in HD.
Yeah, and
If we used our old camcorder, we could just put it straight on DVD.
And as you said, copies will be available to purchase at Cinema Wasteland from us. And Terrence Muncie will have. We're going to send him a batch to sell too in his neck of the woods in Indiana. So there you go.
Louis was pawing at me.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
So we're still on Mummy and the Monkey, huh?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yep. So what else is going on that we need to discuss?
Too bad you can't play better movies like other horror hosts, but still love the Mummy and the Monkey parts. Well, those other hosts, so if they're working for a television company,
station, yeah.
They buy movie packages and they buy the rights to play the movies.
Yeah.
We don't have that budget.
That luxury.
We don't have that budget yet.
Not yet.
Maybe one day.
So our struggle is even more real.
So we're trying to find like old forgotten movies that are safe to play on YouTube.
Right.
And independent movies where the filmmaker's like, sure, you can play my movie.
And that's what makes, that's part
and we're
of
grateful for those indie filmmakers that tell us yes. We're very grateful to them.
Right. So we're providing something extra on top of all that, because that's why Grim, or me, whatever you want to say, adds the sound effects to these movies to kind of brand them in a way.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't invent that thing, we know that. We're not saying that. We're paying homage to others who've done it in the past. But I, it's like 2 scoops of raisins. I think I put a ton more stuff than regular stuff, which is fine. But we try to brand it with, with the sound effects.
We try to jazz it up, make it fun.
Right, when we do. And then
Atomic Hillbilly says, we love the flicks you show. Thank you.
But see, that's the thing. That's what's getting lost, and unfortunately, growing up, a lot of the horror hosts that I watched, they would show both. One night you'd see a Universal monster movie, a classic, right? The Wolfman.
Yeah.
The next week, some like Frankenstein's Island. Seriously, I mean,
it
was
just all over the place with some of the TV shows.
Oh my
back
gosh,
in the day.
you just could not. You're right.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't have. We're going to probably be showing Frankenstein's Island if we can show Frankenstein Island. You know what I mean? It's like even that's getting snapped up by movie companies claiming to own the rights to a part of the movie or the whole movie.
Well, and then technically, someone. Well, I don't want to get into the logistics of it.
No,
I don't want to get into that. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, but kind of too in a way. It's like if you could kind of compare it to a band. Like, are we gonna play? Hopefully, we're balancing our originals with covers, because some of our show is cover stuff, i.e., the movies that we have to show because we don't have any choice. But then our original material, which is our break segments where we're just talking about whatever, and the skit stuff that we come up with, that's all original content.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's a nice balance there, and you don't judge us on the movies.
No, I did make a post the other day, and this is a very few, it's like maybe a handful of responses that we've received where some people would email us complaining about the sounds.
No, that's actually happened.
It has actually happened. We have had people post on Facebook and send us an email saying, "Why? Oh, you ruined the film. You put in too many sound effects."
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You've only seen the brain that wouldn't die a million times.
But if we don't put in sound effects, a lot of people actually don't like the movie.
I think there's more that don't.
I think there's more that like the sound effects than don't like. So I think we for most movies that we play, as long as it's not an indie movie, we want to add the funny sound effects.
Yeah.
Hi, Amanda. Amanda says hi. Poetic Justice says, the movies are part of the fun. With grim, silly facts and the fun in between makes for a great Friday night.
Right with you, Albert, on that one. Thanks a lot for the juice.
Let him rip, says Albert.
He also said it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah. It's 5 o'clock here.
I hear you, brother. This is long awaited for me, but
and it's a holiday weekend.
Yeah, woo, holiday.
I think it's funny, and farts are funny. They are funny.
Look, yeah.
Right? I mean, it makes everyone laugh and
well,
giggle. No matter what age you are, people laugh at fart jokes.
Now, this may not have been directed to us, but I took it that way because I know I load a ton of farts in our shows. And, what's funny is that, in the movies we show, but what's funny to me is, what's gratifying, I should say, interesting to me, gratifying, is that when we're streaming live and the movie's going, like I noticed that, and we try to watch the movie as in sync as possible with
We
the audience.
do. We try to watch the movie with you guys because we like to see
what
like
the reaction is too.
how people react to
Yeah.
certain sound effects or certain scenes.
And sometimes I'll stop
Yeah.
you. I'm like, watch this now. Wait, something's coming up, you know. And let's see what they say about this. See if anyone catches this. And sometimes they do, and sometimes I think it's just maybe it was too inside of a joke or whatever, or the sound effect didn't work right. But I like when people either predict what they think is going to happen, like with the sound effects.
Yeah.
And that always that I love that because and then like I think that the peanut butter one was like one that they were waiting for that, and I think I did it when they thought I was going to do it, and they were beside themselves in their comment like, oh, that's awesome, you know. It goes, yep, there it is, you know, that type of thing. So yeah, and I think people become used to certain sound effects at certain times too, like.
Yeah, because they'll type it in and it's kind of funny. Yeah. Thor goes, "Hi guys, fart jokes are funny. You guys are adding to it are great. You guys adding to it are great. Thank you, Thor."
Oh, I love doing it. Yeah.
Drugger goes, "Can't go wrong betting money on fart sounds."
It's always funny.
And Bobby says, "Grim doing the traditional sound effects of Ghoulardi, the Ghoul and Son of Ghoul. Keep up the sound effects, Grim."
Yeah, because now I had that's a tough one because they are so associated with certain shows.
Yeah.
Like growing up, the ow 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 sound effect.
Oh yeah, because the Ghoul would play that all the time.
The Ghoul. I heard that first and always on the Ghoul. Oh, super chat.
Moira and Patrick got a hold of my credit card again.
Do I gotta pull up my barbell?
Oh, Albert, thank you. You don't have to do that.
I got a banana here.
Thank you for the super chat. That's really sweet.
Oh wow, thanks Albert. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow, that's very nice.
You're too kind.
Yeah, so I'm watching Svengoolie one night, you know, when Svengoolie came into my life, which was, you know, we don't watch him as much anymore because we can't get that channel he's on in, but
we did acquire another antenna though, so I think soon we'll be getting
I like the Svengoolie show. I think it's pretty good. But then I heard it on his show, and I'm like, what is going on here? That and the Big Chuck and Little John laugh.
Yeah. Svengoolie borrowed a lot of sound effects from Big Chuck and Little John.
The original guy that played Svengoolie. I forget his name.
The original Svengoolie, because the Svengoolie that's now took over for the original Svengoolie.
Rich Cause used to write for the original Svengoolie as a kid. Young man.
He worked for the original Svengoolie, and then
as he took over.
Yeah. As things progressed over the years, and he took over.
Took over the helm. He was actually the son of
Svengoolie for a little while, and then later on they dropped it.
Yeah.
And he was so popular that he was picked up on syndication.
Yeah. So anyway, we know way too much about this stuff.
Right? Yeah, I mean, we're so nerdy with this stuff.
There's nothing right. It's harmless stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so sound effects, I mean, I'm sort of leery about using some of those sometimes, but nobody technically owns them. And maybe someone that hears it, that watches Svengoolie and watches us for the first time goes, "You took those from Svengoolie," but the truth is,
it's the other way around.
Dude, that show, that entire show, the original
they were borrowed.
Original and the new guy, they were in Cleveland. The original guy was in Cleveland, worked here. Jerry something, his name was, I think, and said, "Oh, this is what horror hosts use." So he took those sound effects to Chicago and used them in.
Right. So. Okay, now.
Peanut
butter. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So the Blu-ray's coming out during Cinema Wasteland. And after Cinema Wasteland, we will have it online for sale. I think we're going to try to have it around... I think for Cinema Wasteland, we want to charge $20 for them. And then for, online, maybe $25 to include media mail shipping. Just to cover shipping and stuff. So... maybe that. Poetic Justice, 99 cents. He sent a little happy face sticker. Thank you.
Thank you, Poetic Justice.
Yay, thank you. Cool.
See,
and then Jerry says, "I grew up watching Sammy Terry." Sammy Terry, I didn't see the original Sammy Terry, but we like the new Sammy Terry, which is, it's Sammy Terry's son who takes over now. And he does, I think once a month he'll do, some type of online thing. I think it's on Facebook or YouTube.
I thought it was YouTube.
It might be YouTube.
Facebook.
I thought
because he was on when we were on there.
Well, he might have moved from Facebook.
He may have.
But I'll have to look it up. I haven't watched him in a little while. But, yeah, he was still doing shows. And Terrence Muncie actually hosted some events with Sammy Terry. And Terrence Muncie's the guy that made Bikini Monsters that we're going to host for that Blu-ray edition.
Right. I can eat peanut butter on here.
Okay, so we talked about that.
Do we talk about your mama?
Oh, the movie for Friday, for this Friday coming up.
Wait, you going to announce it?
Should we announce it?
You go ahead, ready?
Because I said it yesterday and you were cool with it.
Okay, ready?
And it looked like it was okay on YouTube. We're gonna play a sci-fi film, and it's a Starman movie.
Well,
let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. I don't remember the name of it now.
There's a starman over the rainbow. That reminds me of that song. I don't know why.
It shouldn't.
It does. That part.
It doesn't remind me of that.
Somewhere over there's a starman.
Oh, where is it?
It's the same type of build-up, I think.
Oh, Atomic Rulers of the World is the movie. Atomic Rulers of the World, and it's a Starman movie. It's part of the Starman series, so it's a Japanese sci-fi film from, I think, like the early 60s. We haven't played a sci-fi one in a while.
We haven't.
So last week, or Friday, we played that Ghost Story movie, Don't Go to Sleep. And then a couple, for like 2 or 3 episodes, we played some old 1930s films. So yeah, we're gonna play a Starman movie. Yay! I like the sci-fi stuff.
All right, very good.
So that'll be fun.
It will be.
There were 3 Starman movies, says Bobby. Yeah, we've hosted one of them before. This one I don't think we've hosted.
There's a Starman. I'm gonna do that as Grim. I think the whole next show.
And Jack Gray says there's an official Sammy Terry YouTube channel. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, we'll have to subscribe. I'll have to see. Maybe there's like old videos of the original Sammy Terry on there also. I like both. I think it's cool to see both.
It is.
Yeah. And I think that's really cool that the son has taken over the character.
It is very cool. That's a legacy thing. Yeah. I like that.
In honor.
So who's gonna take over our characters? Our cats?
I don't know.
Cliff?
Maybe Cliff. He'll be all right.
Hey, everybody. I'm Janet Kay. No, you're not.
Dress him up like me. Atomic Rulers of the World. Sounds like my kind of movie, says the Atomic Hillbilly. Yay! Okay, so people are happy about the movie.
Did Bela Lugosi, did he create the Atomic Rulers of the World?
No, he's not in this one.
I will break, what is going to make a race of atomic supermen? That will rule the world.
Yeah, he wanted to do that.
Atomic race of supermen.
More old serials and film noir crime movies, says Seth. Oh, he likes
We're
those.
not going to have a choice. Let's put it
yeah,
that way.
Eventually we're going to have to play all of the crime movies and serials, just because a lot of them are public domain.
Here's an unaired episode of Beretta. You know, whatever we can find. Whatever we can actually vet through the system.
So there are some serials that we can play. I did look into Shandu. And Shandu was like a magician. And Bela Lugosi played Shandu. And he wore a turban and it was all really cool. And there's like, a princess he has to rescue. And evil wizards and monsters he has to fight. So it's kind of fun. For being 1930s, it's like really fun.
Did he have a home?
But there were 12 episodes, and each episode is about 15 to 20 minutes long. So maybe one day we'll just do like a marathon of Shandu or something.
Or, yeah, something like that. That'd be wild. Like we made a whole 12 episodes.
Maybe marathon. For like a holiday weekend.
Wow.
Like do like a marathon.
Like the Jerry Lewis telethon type.
Yeah, where everyone binge watches these cereals.
I would do that. I think that's kind of a good idea.
Wouldn't that be kind of fun?
We eat cereal through the whole thing.
And we'll eat cereal while we host the cereals.
That's an original idea. I don't think anyone's. I don't know.
And then maybe have Don make an appearance, since that's his. Hi. He hosts all those cereal shows.
Don's breakfast cereal.
Yeah,
Don O'Malley.
YouTube. Yeah. That'd be
Get
funny.
that robot in here.
Yeah, and he's got a robot sidekick.
The robot can make maybe you can turn the robot into a cereal dispenser. So we can just get cereal from him all night. But you got to make sure it comes out the right end. You don't want that chock full of nuts. That's coffee. Will there be a Saxon sighting in Atomic Rulers of the World? Yes. John Saxon will be in the movie. Yeah, Saxon's been gone long enough. He'll be returned, of course. I know the show One Step Beyond is public domain. Yes. Yeah, we've actually hosted episodes of One Step Beyond. Every now and then we'll host a shorts night
where we play like a couple episodes and maybe some short films.
Yeah, and then
And yeah, One Step Beyond is really good.
Those episodes always get good feedback. I'm always afraid of that because I'm like, well, and I'll have to flavor those up. We usually don't put the sound effects in those because that's like a last ditch thing we can't show. But I'll have to I wonder what, I don't think I've ever done a One Step with sound effects yet. So.
No, we haven't. Usually with the shorts, we don't put sound effects in them. They're usually good on their own because they're shorter. They don't have like these dragged out scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
The stories go pretty quick. And it's easy to follow.
Yeah, although it could be fun to mess with those.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about that, the movie, Mummy Monkey stuff. So now we're going to switch gears a little bit. And we're going to get into the reselling side of things.
Woohoo.
Because this is also a reselling podcast and an eBay scavenging podcast.
That's right. So if you want to learn about or hear about our exploits, recent exploits, I should say, out there in the field looking for junk to flip, then this next segment is for you.
So you're going to hear us talking about our junk.
Whoa.
To flip.
Hey now. Flip my junk.
There we go. All right, so
handle my junk.
eBay is still very steady with me. I had some decent sales over the weekend, and I still have this morning I was ahead of schedule. I packed everything up so it's ready to go for Tuesday morning. Because it's a holiday weekend, the post office isn't open tomorrow.
Right.
So I thought if I got ahead of the game, then I'm good, I'm caught up, and then maybe I could list some more stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, cha-chingies. We need the cha-ching.
Love hearing that off the phone. That's the whole purpose. I think that's why God created those phones, so you can sell stuff on eBay.
Oh, I love hearing that on, when a sale goes through on your phone and you hear that cha-ching, you're like, yeah.
We've looked at each other very amorously in the past. Certain times we were like, ooh, what did you sell? It's like, that's music to my ears.
Talk eBay to me. We did hit up some sales, and we actually recorded some video yesterday morning. We went out to the Archwood street sale.
Yes.
So the Archwood street sale, they have it twice a year in Cleveland, and it's on Archwood Avenue.
It's about a mile-long street that connects Fulton and West 25th Street. Mm-hmm. And it's really old neighborhood, like you're talking about Victorian, even pre-Victorian type homes are there.
Yeah.
I think they're just right before they were Victorian, like probably
early 1900s,
1870s,
late 1800s.
1800s, I think.
Some of the houses on that street are gorgeous.
That one pink one, I think, is 1880s. It has to be.
Yeah, the way the windows and everything look.
Yeah.
Some of those old Cleveland
really
houses are just so cool.
And it's a real diverse neighborhood, and the food is eclectic. That some people
cook
food out there.
They cook food, they grill food out there. There's yard sales.
From grilled chicken to empanadas. It's like great. It's like awesome. You know?
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
Bottled water, of course, and cold pop. But the sale, so everyone gets a chance to go out there and sell stuff on their front lawn.
So like pretty much half of the street is yard sales.
At least, yeah.
And you walk up and down the street, and you could shop the sales. You could buy food from the food vendor people.
Yeah, you just make it an afternoon of it. It's real morning of it.
People will blast music and dance, and it's fun.
It's like everything.
It's like just a fun little neighborhood sale event thing.
Yeah, and we didn't go ultra crazy like we have in the past there. I've got like a handful of things to show and tell. Nothing too out there, you know. Some stuff for me, but then I could flip, and then some, you know. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah. So we got I did buy some things there, and then the weekend before, we did hit up the flea market, a local flea market, and I did find some really cool things. We didn't video that time because I think at the time we didn't think to charge up the camera or whatever. But I did get this really neat item. I'm going to do a little bit of show and tell.
Yes.
But I got this for only $5.
Yeah. And we almost let the guy's stand, you know, his setup, his table. And he goes, well, this guy...
I did wash this. This is a Red Cross nurse uniform. There's a patch... Oh, other side. It says Red Cross Volunteer. It has the Red Cross stitched on there. And then there's even buttons. There's a Red Cross button there. I think this is 1940s or 1950s.
I'd say 40s.
This needs ironed. I have to iron parts of it. But it's so freaking cute.
It is nice.
So cute. It was really stinky when I bought it. So yeah, I ran it through the wash.
The crazy thing, so
it's okay now.
We won't say a flea market, but it doesn't even matter. But the guy that sold it.
And Louis is wanting to play.
Oh, he's gonna tear it up.
No,
Careful.
honey. No,
Put the
Louie.
holes in it.
No, baby.
So, yeah, so the guy, is a really nice dude, but he sounds exactly like Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
He did sound like Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
Exactly.
It was hilarious.
You think it's a put on at first. It's like, what? But it's amazing. I'm like,
it was funny.
whenever he starts talking,
but
I'm
he's
entranced.
super nice, and
Oh, I love
always
the guy.
has fun stuff to
The
buy.
stuff he
We've
has.
shopped from that particular vendor a couple times.
The mix is
and the
out of
prices
control.
are like cheap,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
very affordable.
I think I dropped $20 there. And I got like so much cool stuff.
So I don't know if I'm going to use that for a costume or sell it. I might end up selling it at some point, but you know, I want to make sure it's in good condition and take nice photos for it and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am, I should say.
Sir.
Yes, sir, in the like you guys sense, you know.
Okay. I gotcha.
Because women even say, hey,
and
where
then,
you guys going?
And then sometimes I buy things for myself. I think
I buy things that...
I think I might keep this one. I paid only $2 for it. It's vintage chalkware.
What the bucks?
Yeah, it's vintage chalkware. It's from 1969, Studio Chalkware, and they had it priced at the yard sale for only $2.
Nice.
So I'm like, that's kind of cool.
And I'm still floored, and I'm happy too that even with the current inflation and economy, like $2 means something to somebody. Like they'll take $2 for something. $2 can't get you a loaf of bread. You know what I mean? But it's did you got what about the tiki?
Oh, the tiki is put away
Holy
somewhere
mackerel.
safe. The tiki cup I don't trust myself with. I put it away somewhere safe.
That may be the best thing you find.
I bought a tiki mug. It's a ceramic tiki mug, and it's
Appleton Farms? Or Vineyards or something like that?
Some type of branded tiki mug for
rum. It's a rum brand. Now, but tell them how much it's worth before you tell them how much you paid for it.
So I don't know the exact worth of it. This is the thing. It could be worth even more. But I listed it for $400 or best offer.
And tell them why.
Because, let me take it this, I read it off. They only made 150 of them in the United States.
She had to do her homework on this because it does not appear on eBay.
It didn't even show up in Terapeak.
Right.
So there's another site that you can use to research items called Terapeak, and it goes back a whole year. So you could see, like you could do searches to see what sold within that year.
It's like WorthPoint.
Kind of like WorthPoint, but like the poor man's version of WorthPoint, because it comes with your eBay account.
Yeah, you're pretty.
Like it comes with your store.
You were pretty quick finding stuff out about stuff, but this one threw you for a loop. But you dug up a site that documents this. Like,
they only made 150 pieces. It had a limited release in the USA. More of them were released in Australia than in the United States.
But you're not gonna.
So I listed this tiki mug for $400 or best offer. It does have a few tiny chips on the bottom, but it's so rare. I'm like, I don't even know what to. One sold on a site called PickClick for $150.
I saw that,
but I don't know if it was from the United States or Australia.
Yeah, PickClick is weird. They will have like a sold thing on there, which is interesting. But it's the coolest tiki. It's like a little tiki statue, except it looks like he's a pirate. He's got the big pirate hat, you know.
Yeah.
But it looks like that's the carved wood.
It's really cool. So
but it's ceramic.
But
2011, correct?
It's from 2011. Yeah. Yeah, and they only made so many, and it's like signed and everything.
Yeah, but it's a real
tiki
cool piece.
stuff is really hot. Anything tiki is hot.
Let's get down to the real questions. How much? Now, when you asked the guy how much it was, I gotta brace myself for this because this was really, really painful because I had to watch this go down. Go ahead.
Well, and I think we might have had it on video too. I'll have to review the video, but I'm like, what are you asking for this guy? I pick it up off the table. And
he paused.
He paused.
And he's thinking for a few minutes.
He's thinking for a second. He's like, how about $1?
$1, he said.
And I'm like, okay, look, here you go.
I'm telling you, that thing was so cool.
Like, and here's the thing, I didn't know it was that rare.
But you know it's worth more than $5.
I just know tiki stuff is good, and if I find it for a good price, I'm gonna grab it up without even researching.
Yeah, because this is because
it looked really unique, and I had a feeling about it. I'm like, this looks special.
But that's one of those items though, a tiki mug like that, or any kind of tiki cup. you could pretty much sell for at least $20. So if someone says a buck,
Yeah.
that's a good ROI.
Most tiki stuff, if I find it at like a thrift store for like $5 or under, I'll grab it.
Right,
and usually it's like $15 to $25.
Yeah, they sell, and you can get
some of them, not all of them, but some of them go into that rare category where the price goes way up on.
Sure.
I mean, there's some tiki mugs that have sold for thousands of dollars.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Now, when you told me,
people are very serious. Like when they collect tiki stuff, there's some very serious collectors, and they know like how to mix certain drinks. They know.
Well, they just collect the heck out of them.
Well, they collect the heck out of them, and then
They're
all about like the special drinks that go in the tiki mugs.
That's true too.
They're all about like what ingredients and how you mix it a certain way, and everything's decorated a certain way. They're very particular.
Appleton something.
Yeah.
But when you told me, because you said you listed it initially for like 200 best offer. And then you said, well, 150 are made. I was like, whoa. That's a very limited run. I mean, 150.
Yeah, they only made 150 of these in the United States.
I bet you half of them are broken.
Well, the one that I got for only $1 does have two.
No. I'm talking about there's probably half of those exist.
Because some people might buy them thinking that it's just a mug, it's just a cup, whatever.
But those were promotional things. Those were probably only given out to bars or something like that for display.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I think that one was a one you would buy.
Wow.
I think it was one you had to buy.
That's still.
But still, I mean, some people don't value that stuff. They just think, oh, it's just a cup.
Yeah. So those kind of things are always a surprise. Because again, in that particular case, $1 would have totally warranted it, because you could sell it before you knew what it was.
So
at least for 20.
I'm okay with
not a lot of money.
Originally I thought, well, maybe 200, and you're like, no, put it up at 4.
Start high.
Because one, like a long time ago, went for 150, but I can't find any of them on eBay.
They're rare.
There are no solds within the past 90 days. There's nothing on Terapeak of this particular mug in the past year.
Well, but the reason why they go high is because, like, if somebody really wants it, maybe let's say 2. You'd probably take 2 or 250.
I mean, I'm open to offers on it for sure, but I'm not gonna sell it real cheap.
Yeah, don't do 2, because if you do 200 best offer, you might only want to get 75 for it.
So I'm okay, because I only paid $1 for it. I'm like, you know what? It could just sit.
Yep.
It could sit for a while. I'm good. It's like an investment.
You don't have to get that $1 back so fast.
Yeah, I'm not in a rush to sell it. I'll be patient. I'll wait it out.
So yeah, that's always that's the fun part of doing this, is like the stuff you stumble upon, and then that pays off later on.
And after a while, you're certain things, not all the things, because no one can know everything. I don't know sports cards. I don't know sports memorabilia. That's a weakness of me. Like, I don't really deal with that stuff.
Is amazingly all over the place. It's like you would think some things that you see that are worth. It's like, because it's old, it's not worth anything.
No.
It's
really weird with that.
I can't.
I have some vintage sports stuff in my eBay store, like ephemera.
You sold some of it.
Like some autographs and ticket stubs, stuff like that I acquired. But I'm not like a pro at that stuff. But tikis, tiki stuff or certain vintage pieces, if I know it's good and the price is right, or I have a feeling about it, I grab it.
Da-da-da-da.
Stuff that's unusual, like
Cyndi Lauper.
Stuff that's unusual, like the Red Cross uniform.
Yeah, that's out there.
Things that are unusual, things that are different. You look for certain things like that. Yeah, you're different.
Am I for sale? Yeah.
And Albert says, if you're watching, guys, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you, Albert. Yeah, guys, if you like hearing stuff like this, hit the thumbs up. If you guys found cool things at yard sales, put it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Poetic Justice said that he paid 25 cents for an old Cupid doll.
Oh.
Cupid dolls are very collectible.
And sell quick.
And they usually sell pretty quick. They're even the knockoff ones.
Do you have any in your inventory now?
I have a few, but they're knockoffs. They're
like they're real ones, yeah.
They're 1970s, like made in Hong Kong Cupid dolls. Right. The original branded Cupid stuff is usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Not all of it's high dollar, but people collect them, people like them, and they sell.
Well, the one that's high dollar is the one with the Winky. That Tony.
That's the one. Yeah, if you ever find a Cupid doll that's a boy Cupid doll,
and you'll know it's a boy.
You'll know it's a boy. If you find the boy Cupid dolls, they're worth more money than the girls.
Good bucks on that one.
Yeah. Or if you find certain ethnic Cupid dolls. Like certain dolls that are of certain ethnicities.
Yeah, not just the
Not
white ones.
not just the Caucasian ones.
The white ones.
Yeah. Only because they didn't make as many, and and collectors like them. Yeah. So okay, some stuff I listed recently that I could share.
There you go.
Let's see. Vintage socks.
Ooh.
I know, nothing that fabulous there. But
$3,000.
No, those are like $12.
Those are selling for $12,000.
But here's a Buick. This is
Oh,
a Buick employee like Zippo lighter. I have that right now in my eBay store. Does that even show up?
Uh-oh.
Does
There
it
it
show
is.
up?
There it is.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's that.
Perfect. Yep.
A vintage Buick Zippo lighter.
Yeah.
And I have a best offer on that. I had some other like Buick pins and keychains, some like vintage car stuff. If you guys want to check that out later on. Oh, these are really cool. If you guys like tarot cards, I have these in my eBay store and I'm open to offers. The Tarot Classic deck.
Comes with fries.
This is from 1974. So for people that are into tarot cards, oh, it's not showing up. Oh, there it goes, right there. Moose says the only thing I seem to collect is fluff and dust.
We got that here too.
The vintage socks just made me shoot beer at my nose. Thor says, a while ago I found a Dale Jr. jacket at a flea market and seller asked $10. Those jackets go over $200 still at NASCAR events.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow, that's a good find.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Jack Gray says, I still have a Junior G-Man badge from the 1930s that I bought 22 years ago for 50 cents. Wow.
That's a good, that's a good one.
Very cool.
Junior G-Man, see?
Let's see. I've got some Disney. Oh no, this is Hard Rock Cafe. Limited edition, like October buttons, like Oktoberfest buttons.
That's right next to the Soft Pebble Diner. The Hard Rock Cafe. Sorry. Thank you.
Let's see. I didn't bring out a lot to show, so maybe you could show your stuff.
All right, I'll show my stuff.
There you go. Show your stuff.
Don't do that. This is a family show. I got some fun at the street sale. I got some Halloweeny stuff. Can't wait to list these guys. They're little foam rubber scary head zombie severed head things. Or you hang them up, decorations right there on a string. Paid $5 for all these. I could probably do a little better than that when I sell them online. Because Halloween stuff's hot right now, and ooh, they still smell like that latex.
Nice Halloweeny stuff.
This was kind of interesting. Now, I kind of jumped on this one just because I thought it was okay, and it's not bad. It had a little damage to it, but it's a Secret Wars edition of a Buddy L was the maker of these die-cast vehicles. You get a helicopter, a van, a motorcycle, and a car. It's Spider-Man branded.
Spider helicopter, spider car.
The 1980s. It's a Secret Wars edition.
Yeah.
When Secret Wars, actually Marvel's coming out with Secret Wars the movie.
So you're gonna hang on to that one.
Yeah. Now these I paid $20 for this, which I thought was okay. And the guy wouldn't haggle. I know him. We know the guy. So, but I think when the movie comes out, even though there are some online that are in better condition, and they're asking $100 for these sets. And the ones that have sold were on auction for like $25 and $30. Not so good with one bid. So, but I'm gonna hang on to these till the movie comes out. Then I think everybody be snapping them up, and I might get $75 for it. I'd be happy with that on this for a $20 investment. I'd rather spend $1 and make $200, $300.
Well, and here's the thing, that stuff that it's worth something, but it's not going to be a fast seller.
No. Well, you never know.
Well, you never know.
You got watchers on it yet?
I think one watcher.
It's better than that.
But that stuff usually sits a while. Like, there was one time I paid $20 for these really unusual lamps.
Oh, yeah, I was going to bring that up.
They were from the 1980s. They were made out of like an acrylic or lucite kind of a plastic material.
They look like
and they looked
seashells,
like,
right?
They were about this big and they looked like seashells. And they were by some Canadian brand. I don't remember the name. Some designer brand. I paid $20 for both of them. It took me like 2 years, I think, to sell them. They sold for $1,000.
Right. What's a long haul? A long, long tail.
They were high-end designer lamps from the 1980s. People like them, but not everyone is going to throw $1,000 at some lamps. it takes the right buyer. It was someone from New York who bought them. So maybe they were decorating their fancy apartment or something. But yeah, I sold them 2 years later. So sometimes it's like you're just playing the waiting game.
Yeah,
it's an investment. You're just kind of waiting for the right buyer.
The weirdest thing I sold like that, I paid $1 for, and it was. That's explain it real quick. It's an artist's palette. It's like the thing you mix the paint in. It was ceramic, had all that crackly stuff on it. Had a name on the back too. It was an old, defunct, out of business for a long time art supplier, art supply supplier, and I just couldn't find anything on it. I think I found some other product on eBay that they had put out in the early 1900s. Like maybe a little bottle with of linseed oil or something for oil painting. Anyway, so I just, I paid $1 for it. What do I got to lose? I'm gaining back for it.
Oh, was that the paint palette?
Yeah, the ceramic paint palette.
It was a ceramic paint palette from what, the 1800s?
Probably late 1800s. I put it up for $300. It sold for, it took about a year. But when that came through, I was like, "Oh my God!" So, and someone in New York bought it, probably related or knew about the company or collector or something.
Or they collected pieces like that if they were into art and the history of everything. And
it was one of those beautiful sales that you send it out, it gets there fine. You hear nothing back from them other than thank you or whatever.
And that's it.
Not thinking, that's it all done.
It went nice and smooth.
As opposed to those $10 plushes you sell or something.
You sell something for 10.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
I want my money back. It's like $10.
The $300 item, no problem.
Gone.
The $10 item, you get like the person complaining.
Yeah. This tag was bent on it. That's a tag. Okay, well, all right. We'll send it back. Yeah. Your $10. I'm sorry. And not that the $10 doesn't mean anything. But
no, I mean they all mean something, and they all matter.
And it all adds up.
And it all adds up.
But you would think.
But there's a difference with some buyers.
Oh yeah, a serious one.
In their behaviors.
Those lamps were big. You mailed both of them out.
I mailed both of them out, and it was I took my time packing it.
But did you hear anything
I even
back?
insured it. No, not a word, not a peep. I got good feedback like a month or two later.
Wow. Boy,
did not hear a peep, and I was so worried those were going to break.
Losing sleep, and then
because I did $1,000 with free shipping. So I think with shipping and insurance, I paid about 60 or 70.
So worth it, yeah.
And then you have your eBay fee, so knock a couple $100 off that sale.
But still,
yeah, and that's what you would bring back
on a fragile item.
Yeah,
got there.
2 fragile items.
Yeah,
that are also bulky.
Fragile items. They got there. Everyone's happy. Not a word, not a syllable. All good, and you move on.
Yeah.
But anyway, we won't get into the
$5,
$10.
I'm gonna read the question. I'm gonna read comments while you get other stuff ready.
I'm ready when you're done.
How important is packaging in resale? Says Albert.
Woo!
Meaning if something is in the original packaging, or if you're packaging something to mail out.
But they're both. You can.
They're both very important.
Good questions.
Yeah.
With original packaging with an item is that can quadruple the price you ask, of course, and the condition, like if we were talking about that Spider-Man thing, like I said, other ones have sold in better condition, packaging in package, better condition than packaging for like $30. People have better ones listed the same kind for $100.
Yeah.
But it depends on, and then
he says original packaging unopened.
Oh my God.
So yeah, if you find something that's vintage or collectible and it's in the original packaging,
sky's the limit.
The price goes up on it.
You don't know. I mean,
so like if I had a Barbie doll or a G.I. Joe that was very rare, and then on top of that it was like sealed and the packaging was pristine without any dents or rips or anything,
it can double it.
Yeah, pricing goes way up.
To the point where
same with like hard to find video games if you find them sealed. Or like certain VHS tapes, like if they're the horror movie ones that are hard to find.
To the point where some of the packaging is almost as valuable as the stuff that was in it. Like
yes,
if you're ever
there
out in the field,
are some VHS sealed that go for thousands of dollars, and it's not the Disney stuff, not the Diamond Disney ones. It's like the hard to find indie scary movies.
All right, what I'm talking about, like if somebody had come, like if you're out at a flea market, let's say, and someone has a box of like Barbie, a certain like 1960s Barbie packaging without the Barbies. Oh, buy that packaging.
Yeah, even the box. Sometimes
buy the packaging.
So like I sold, and the box was dinged up, but I had a Nintendo 8-bit system, the NES.
Oh, sorry.
But I tested out the NES and it was broken. But I had the box.
Right, there you go.
I parted it out. I sold the box for $30.
Yeah.
I sold the broken system for parts for $35.
Yeah.
I sold the controllers for like $15 a piece.
So that packaging was...
A collector who
the...
maybe has the game system, but they want the original box for display or something, you know, might pay up for just the box.
Then I've even sold, and you probably have too, instruction manuals.
Instruction manuals.
You know, parts of the...
Oh yeah, remote controls. Like if there's for like...
But stick to the packaging parts.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Stick to that, yeah.
So that's important. That's, oh my God, the item in the original packaging, you know, double, triple, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
The packaging by itself with nothing in it, still get it if it's like something rare, because someone wants to marry their loose doll or their loose item with this packaging.
And then Draugr says, "Damn, the eBay fee's that high." You know, I was just a rough estimate.
Well, with $1,000, it would be a couple $100.
Well,
13%.
Yeah, the eBay fees are usually 10 to
so $130
to 10 to 13%.
So on $1,000, $130.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like 100 something.
Then the tax man's cut, and then everything.
Yeah, and then the tax man and everything else.
So that $1,000, you got about $70.
So yeah, it's good to have those sales, but ultimately, after
you don't get the whole $1,000.
No, there's a lot involved there.
Right.
Crazy the things I should have kept, says Albert. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
All that cardboard we threw away as kids, says Draugr.
Could be worth so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why the stuff that was in them is worth so much, because kids play with the stuff. And no one kept, like, I buy one to play with and one to put in storage. No one does. You know, no one did that back then.
No.
You couldn't afford it.
Okay, Albert goes, "I was helping my mom clean out her garage. I found a Santa Claus blow mold with a light in it, but there's no markings or any dates."
Doesn't matter.
How would you price something like that?
You have to, well, number one, tell them about Google image search.
So there's you could do Google Lens. You could like do a reverse image search of it, or you could type in, like, you can measure how tall it is, like Santa blow mold, 40 inches tall, vintage, and then just see what comes up and see what's sold.
Or if you find it similar. But yeah, right now.
And then, like, if yours has any dents or dings, or if the light doesn't work, you know, knock the price down a little bit. You could probably put it on Marketplace or something.
Easier to ship. You don't want to ship that.
Well, they're technically easy to ship. They're just really bulky. Like, you could throw them in a big box and they're okay because it's plastic.
It's probably a UPS.
But the shipping's going to be costly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to ship those. I have sold some and shipped them out. And it's kind of like a hassle. Like, you know, it's a lot to deal with, but it can be done. You know, you don't have to really worry about them breaking too much because it's plastic.
Unless they get kicked in.
Just you know.
Yeah, but
you have to find a box that fits them.
But to find the value of it, I would first try the Google Lens. You know, if you have the Google app on your phone, there should be like a little camera when you go into the app. There's like a little camera icon. Click on that, and it'll open up your camera if you have it. You know, if you let permissions on your camera, and then you just literally take a picture. It doesn't have to even be against a white background. If your main thing is right in the foreground, it knows to crop it and make sure it crops the whole thing, and then it takes a picture of that. And it's amazing because it searches its whole database of photographs.
It does help. It's not always accurate,
no, but it does I'd say it's at least 80%.
It does help sometimes.
I think it's at least
if you're like trying to figure out what things are.
Yeah, and they can help you find a price. I know something's getting me too. Might be these comics, but anyway. So real quick.
Yeah, allergies are getting to me.
So back to the street sale. So the magical street, the house.
Yeah, be careful with those. You're making me nervous with how you're holding those books because they're so fragile.
Like a baby, I gotta hold the head.
You have to like be careful with them. Look at you with
the fragile. I'm comic book man.
They're old comics. You have to be
so
nice.
So am I. You hold me nice. That's true. So there was a stack of comics at the magical sale we went to. The one that's the first place we need to go every time they have the sales.
Yes, we went to one very magical sale there.
They do it twice a year.
And you got all those books for how much?
$5. $5. The
whole
stack. Now they're not in the best condition. And there are a lot of DC. There's some Charlton in here, which is kind of neat. These are just even fun to read, but I could probably, like, you know, slot up all the DCs and sell them for way more than $5.
But they're 1970s books.
Yeah, they're mid-70s DC comics, you know. There's a couple of 12 centers in here, but they're all beat up.
Oh, thank you, guys. There's some people that said bless you. Thank you.
There you go. But, yeah, this is just fun for me to go through for me personally, but if I needed to flip them at some point, $5, man. That's real good.
Yeah, because those are the kind of books where the comic book shops would have them for $5 each.
At least there's
And
some definitely.
You got them for $5 for the stack.
The condition they're in, there are some definitely that are at least $5.
Yeah.
5 to 6 to maybe 10. So there's a ton of them there, yeah. And the last thing I'll show that I think is interesting is, and I waited to pull the trigger on this because they're sold. This is the thing that's probably my $80 I spent at the sale back. Is this Kiss Tour 96-97 tour shirt. It's an XL. I won't say what I paid for it, but it was I got a little bit off from because the person we bought it from was real nice, and we always deal with her.
Yeah, she gave you a good deal on it.
But yeah, they sell. Yeah. Then you can. There's a price range there, and I know what I want for it, so I'm gonna try to. I should put this on eBay tonight if I'm smart. But yeah, I wanted the best. I got the best, baby.
It says them.
Kiss stuff, rock concert shirts, as most of you know. Anything.
Yeah,
rock.
Vintage concert shirts, stuff that's from like the 80s, the 90s.
Yeah.
Some of those old T-shirts are very rare. Check your closets. Check your dressers.
Oh my gosh.
Check your attic. Look for those old T-shirts. People like them.
Especially
even some of mine, like from when I was like a teenager.
New Kids on the Block.
Not New Kids on the Block. I had.
I'm sorry, NKOTB.
No, I had a Kiss one that I sold a while back ago, and
Color
then
Me Bad.
I had a vintage Frankenstein T-shirt.
Yeah.
I think I sold that T-shirt for.
That was mine.
Oh, that was yours?
Yeah, I gave it to you. I bought it at the waist.
No, I wore it sometimes as pajamas.
Yeah.
But then I ended up selling it.
Yeah, that thing was good.
Because I was going through our old T-shirts, and I'm like, I don't wear a lot of these.
It was a little tight on me, but yeah, so I never really wore it.
I think I sold the one for $80.
Yeah,
it was a vintage Frankenstein T-shirt.
I bought that at Cinema Wasteland years ago.
And then I had an X-Files T-shirt I think I sold in the past that was like, it was like my pajama shirt. And those old T-shirts sell.
Oh, they sure
They're
do.
cool. Some I keep though. There's a few that I keep for my own collection.
Yeah. You can't,
they're special.
You can't sell all your clothes. You'll be naked. No one wants to see that. What?
I can't do that on YouTube.
Why can't you? Till you get kicked off. You
no. We're not gonna. Don't go there.
Just joking.
Talk about
that.
I have about 500 T-shirts.
Wow. Tons
from the 80s. Yeah, research those, John.
Baby.
Yeah.
Send them our way. We'll be more than happy to buy them. $1 for everything.
Don't tell them that. Hey, maybe we'll look at your T-shirts and buy them off you.
I got my Juggalo cup.
Is that listed?
No.
You should list it.
It's got some missing pieces, so I don't know if I should. I'll probably list it.
You should list it, or just get rid of it.
Yeah, buddy. Why, you don't like Juggalos?
I'm not a fan, no.
The Juggalos.
No, I'm not really a fan.
Big fan.
But, that's just my opinion. Anyone can have their own opinion.
I like Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J. They're great. They did their own thing. To me, like, if we can mirror what they did as far as horror hosting goes, do your own thing, build up your own little empire. That's what they did. They don't rely on anybody. They're independent, totally independent.
Bobby says I had the Ghoul T-shirt from the 80s, but I wore it completely out. Yeah, and that's why those old T-shirts are hard to find, because with a lot of those shirts, they end up being people's favorites. So then you wear it out, and yeah.
You don't only
that's
wear
why
it
they're
out.
hard.
You wear it out.
You wear it until it falls apart.
As you wear it out.
Yes. Like, I have a couple T-shirts like that where they have holes and rips in them.
Oh, I got underwear like that.
You need to get rid of those.
With some comedians said guys will wear it till just the band is left.
Yeah.
The elastic band.
Guys, get rid of your clothes if they're falling apart.
Holy underwear. They're aerated nicely.
Oh my goodness.
Everything keeps falling out. All right.
Any tips on cleaning vintage T-shirts? Oh,
Ooh.
I would probably wash them on Delicate and hang them up to dry, or hand wash them with Woolite in cold water. Use cold water so they don't shrink.
Yeah, you don't.
I just hang them up to dry because they could melt or fade in the dryer.
It depends what's on the shirt. Hopefully.
Yeah, if you have. This is just like a little tip for anyone with a T-shirt that's like their favorite shirt.
Is that the whole thing, just a tip?
Don't run them through the dryer. Or if you do run them through the dryer, do it at a low heat setting.
Yes, delicate.
Delicate. Run them on delicate. Yeah.
Yeah, don't heat dry them because you're going to have issues. Because a lot of those old shirts are 100% cotton.
And cotton shrinks.
Will shrink.
Cotton shrinks.
You go from a XXX to a small and be like,
yeah.
Not good.
What can you do about pit stains? That I don't know.
Is that Brad's brother?
Pit stains.
I don't know, stain pit.
That I don't know. I'm not.
Nothing. I don't think there's
Yeah.
that's like a protein based.
You might be able to try like some type of stain remover on them.
Or-
but I don't know. Maybe Google it. Maybe
or
there's some type of laundry hack.
ball
out
the
there.
shirt up under your own pits for a long time and pit the whole thing up. That way the pit stains will mesh into the whole shirt will be pitted, stained up. You won't be able to tell. Sweat. Use it as a sweat rag, and I don't know. Yeah, pit stains are not a. I don't know. That sounds like some kind of weird website information, or YouTube video.
Oh, I'm sure there's a YouTube video about how to get stains out of. I'm sure there's
everything.
I'm sure you could learn all that stuff.
Call a hotel or a motel. They'll tell you to get stains out of anything you have.
Yeah, I don't know. If something's that like stained up, I usually don't mess with it.
Depending on how rare it is.
But depending on how rare it is,
people might deal with some pit stains. But you just have to disclose it. That's it. Now, if it's on a white shirt, that's kind of gross. But a black shirt, if it has deodorant stains on the inside, or you can tell it's been pitted out because it's a little faded, and the black's more of a dark gray.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, white shirts, that's kind of brownish and gross.
Yeah.
Spray paint?
That's why I don't wear white t-shirts.
You pit them out?
White clothes in general, you're just asking for trouble. Usually,
Why gotta be white
you
clothes?
spill food on your shirt,
Yeah.
or like if you pick up your cat, you get hair.
You can't wear it after Labor Day.
Muddy paw prints.
Is that what? Don't wear white after when? What's that weird?
Labor Day.
Is it?
Yeah. So don't wear white after Wednesday or after Monday. I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know that stuff.
Because you might pit it out.
So yeah, eBay. We still have stuff we need to sort through and list.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. But we found some fun treasures yesterday, and I have to edit that video because I wanted to premiere that on YouTube also.
Yeah, the best thing you'll see on the video is I don't have it here.
Don't tell everything.
Well, no, it was the fish that I found.
Oh.
The boat bumpers.
Well, now you gave it away.
But you can't. But you can't see it. You have to watch the video to know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
there are a few things. Yeah, we show way more what we got on the
oh
the
yeah,
street
the
sale.
whole
The
video
so
we show way more.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oofa.
We found a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, I think those comic books they got me kind of. Something's got my nose itching.
Maybe it's the paper, the old paper. Yeah, my nose is really stuffy
It's
right
not
now.
the Coke that you're drinking over there.
No, it's not the pop.
No, it's the.
It's dust or something in here.
I've never tried that.
I'm allergic to everything.
The show.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
Oh, someone said they use soda for pit stains. Oh, maybe that helps.
There's got to be something, right? That breaks down that funky stain. How about just washing your ass every now and then instead
Oh my god.
sweating in everything? What about assed up stuff?
No. No,
There's
just
no
no. We've been to the Goodwill bins. We've seen things.
I saw a wheelchair one time.
We've
with
seen some
with
things.
some mess. I could not believe they were selling that.
Yeah. So
Blowout
that's a
somewhere.
place I'd like to visit again.
Where?
The
bins?
Goodwill outlet bins.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
We're long overdue for that.
yeah, we don't get to go there much because
Well, it's
they're
gonna
kind
be
of far
tricky
away.
now, though. We have to do a weekend maybe.
I guess on the weekend maybe or the evening
Yeah, things are changing around here with certain stuff, but
with scheduling.
yeah,
Yeah, his schedule's gonna be changed a little bit.
but all right. But it's for the better.
Yeah. But yeah, we've gone to like the Goodwill outlet bins where they just throw in whatever. And
I
so
like
they,
that.
we recommend if you go to those stores to wear gloves.
Yep.
Because sometimes, we found dirty underwear in there.
Mm.
That, ooh,
Loved it.
oh my God.
What a surprise. What a treat. And
There's-
why?
At the bottom of those bins, there's pieces of broken glass.
Wear gloves?
all sorts of things. So yeah, if you're sorting through those kinds of things, wear gloves.
And a condom, because you never know
Oh God.
what's going to at the bin.
Just wear a whole hazmat
It gets
suit.
that crazy
Just
there.
wear a whole
You
hazmat
just
suit.
don't know what's going to happen.
It's like that grody.
Once you
It's
find
like
them,
that.
once you
and
find them
that
dirty
mess.
drawers, you never. It's all on then.
Like who would donate that? I guess people do. Like they just throw their dirty clothes in there.
Goodwill fetish department.
It's
It goes
so
next to the
gross.
dirty shoes.
Yeah, we have seen some things
Mm.
at the Goodwill bins. See,
Things-
that could be a whole video, like the
Things-
Goodwill bins story.
Things you can't unsee.
The things you can't unsee at the Goodwill
Oh, well, the
bins.
broken glass and stuff. Yeah, you got to be real careful. They
Yeah.
just throw every effing thing in there. It's crazy.
Jack says they're building a Volunteers of America thrift store in Willoughby.
The VOA, yeah.
Oh, that wow! Out in the
I like
side.
VOAs. We have
VOAs are pretty good.
They're different.
Yeah.
They have a different management system. Obviously, they're not as insane with the prices. You know, Goodwill. Oh my God, they must have a big crack smoking room back there.
Oh, their prices are sky high. But then they also have an online department. They do sell on their own website. Shop Goodwill.
Our biggest beef with that.
So I like the thrift stores that don't sell online.
Here's our problem
because I find better things.
We have no problem because what are you going to do about it? About any place.
But the Goodwill bins, sometimes you can find
finish that
good things. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We don't have.
I just had to finish that thought.
Okay, I was going to make a point. I think we don't have a problem with, because obviously they look stuff up. Who doesn't anymore? Okay, fine. But the problem is when they look stuff up, they look at the asking price for stuff.
And they don't check what the sold price is.
And we know this.
And they don't acknowledge the condition, because it could be something beat up or ripped up or stained up, and they'll still write on like the retail price.
98% of the time.
I looked it up. Yeah, but look at the condition of this thing.
When we look up the thing, to go, what are they doing here? Why are they? It'll be
the asking price, and not the sold price.
On top of the condition too. That's another mind-blowing thing. Right. So we'll quickly go to the sold price, and it's like half to like a quarter of what it's sold for is on the sold. But you could tell they saw it, because if they spent if you add all those seconds up it would take to check the solds, it adds that much more time to their process. So all they're probably instructed to look it up. The first thing you see, that's what the price should be, or something like that.
Albert goes, that's why I quit going to Goodwill and started going to Volunteers of America. Huge price difference.
Yeah, but are you going to buy stuff?
Says, sad to say, I used to work for Goodwill in their e-commerce department.
Yeah, see, but real quick, I think Albert, when people like that, when he goes there, he's not buying stuff to flip.
But he's still looking for a deal.
Right, he's not going to get it.
He knows, and see, that's someone who doesn't resell, and he noticed Goodwill's priced a little high on some things. God, I'll go to VOA and look for stuff.
Insanity. It's like
VOA has good prices on clothes. I noticed that. Like if you're just looking for like some t-shirts or a pair of pants, I found some decent stuff there.
I think Goodwill,
because some of our clothes we thrift.
And it's not because I'm a reseller, but I look, they could say, well, it's because of you guys. Look, you guys all these places are getting free donations, free.
Yeah, all that stuff they get for free.
Okay.
All that stuff they get free.
Free.
We have even donated. We donate to the thrift stores all the time. If we have some decent things that we think someone could use that might not be good to put online, we'll donate it to the stores.
I think it's wrong for them to be competing with us, because that's what they're doing. They're pricing their stuff for what resellers would sell for. That's not your business. Your business is to make things affordable for people that need it. There are a lot of people that still buy stuff that need stuff.
But at the same time, they are a business and they want to get every dollar they could possibly get.
Well, they are doing that.
Because that is really what businesses are about.
So
whether or not we agree with it is a whole thing.
Is it our fault?
It's not our fault.
Why? They're only doing that because they're not going to find... If someone donates a $50 thing that's selling for $50 on eBay, and they go, well, we're going to charge $2 for this.
Yeah.
They won't do it. They see, well, someone's going to come in here and buy us for $50 because it's kind of worth it, because someone is buying it for $50 right now on eBay.
Well, I could see if maybe they're like, oh, this sells for $50, let's put it at $20, so then someone who's shopping will get a good deal.
Even that is like a little annoying, but at least.
Well, I mean, if it's something that sells all day every day and it's $20 at the thrift store, and I know I could flip it for $50, then I would consider it.
I agree with you there, at least because there's meat on the bone. There's meat on the bone because they paid nothing for it.
Exactly, because then that way Goodwill's still making a good chunk. I can make a chunk on it.
You're saying Goodwill, but any thrift store
or any thrift store in general. Any thrift store in general.
It's just one of those. Weird, it's just one of those things that it doesn't anger me, but it's just like they're just.
Well, as a business, they can make those decisions whether or not we agree with it, and then it's up to the buyers to decide, I'm not going to shop there, the prices are too high,
right.
Or I'm not going to buy that particular thing because the price is really wacky.
Which is why
and whether or not they're reselling or just buying for themselves, that's whatever,
Which is why we always talk about finding stuff that they undervalue.
Yeah, because everything they sell is profit if it was all donated to them.
Sure.
Plus, even though they're a corporation, they do claim some nonprofit stuff. I think they do claim some charity stuff. But Goodwill is actually a corporation. Their CEOs make really good money.
Okay, so let's go rewind really quick because my brain's turning a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have a good point, and I think you're 100% right on their philosophy of why they mark the stuff up. That's in that's right there with retail, eBay retail. But
Seth says real quick, makes treasure hunting difficult. It defeats the purpose of their original business model. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it does make it difficult.
So
go ahead.
But so if it's all about the bottom line of what they sell, you're telling me, not you, but in general, that if they had if everything in their store was $1, they would sell probably everything in the store. They would make that more money that way.
Everything would sell very quickly.
Oh my God!
Let's say if they have 1 million items in their store and they sold everything at $1.
Right.
Everything. I mean, they'd make $1 million that day.
Their sell-through would be, I think, even more than them trying to be competitive with resellers. Which is,
That's like the one dude we saw. There was a YouTube video where we saw someone buy a storage unit and they paid I think they paid like $20,000 for it, and they said it had
100,000 things in there.
And they said if I sold everything at $1 a piece, I would make $100,000.
Now this was collectible stuff like toys, cards. He could have priced all that out and it would took him forever.
Yeah.
But his philosophy was, well, I only spent $20,000.
Well, that person cherry picked a few things that they marked up and sold.
Yeah.
And then I think the rest of it he sold cheap to move it and make that money quick.
Because your time would definitely be worth $100,000 if you had 100,000 things left in there and you sold.
It's still a good investment, and he's still making money.
Some guy with a lot of money probably came in and gave him $100,000 for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you spent $20,000, he cherry picked what he wanted, and got another $100,000 on top of that.
Yeah,
crazy. And here's the thing with Goodwill. Again, always or not Goodwill. Any thrift
stores in general.
They get donations.
Yeah. What's
the profit they make? 100%.
Yeah, that's what was in the
nothing.
That's Albert put that in the comments.
That does not exist in retail.
Yeah.
No
because most retailers have to buy things at wholesale.
And they mark it up 4 times.
And they mark it up maybe 40%.
No, 4 times whatever they pay for it.
It's like between 40 to 60%. I think.
Well, no, I'm sorry.
In general, if you're buying something wholesale.
Yeah, it's 4.
But then if it doesn't sell, they have to mark it down. Sometimes they lose money buying things. With these thrift stores that get donations, it's all stuff they get for free.
Every penny is free.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So there's no real need for them to mark it up at a retail, eBay retail, or reselling retail.
Yeah,
it's just.
Wiki Bobby says the bin and win is something like Crazy Bins at Parmatown before they went out of business. Okay,
they're coming back.
Yes, so there are some bin stores locally that there's one coming back, Crazy Bins.
The Parma one.
Which is pretty much the Target graveyard because they sell a lot of Target stuff for cheap.
Yeah.
And what's nice is, like the one day we went there before they closed, they had jeans and pants and like a lot of Target clothing.
Is that where my new jeans came from?
That's where your new jeans came from. For $3. Yeah, for $3. We got a lot of stuff there for $3, and then some of it I was able to flip for between $15 to $20 a piece. And what's funny is I knew he needed new jeans, and I'm looking through
this morning.
This morning I was looking through my eBay inventory, and I found him a pair of jeans that fit.
And they fit my fat ass. They fit great.
And I'm like, hey, try these on. These might fit you.
I look good in them.
Because he's wearing,
ladies,
walking around wearing the same old raggedy pairs of jeans
and underwear.
And I'm like,
they match my underwear.
No, I bought you new underwear.
Okay, that's right.
I have to, because guys don't buy themselves clothes. I have to buy him clothes.
I got other bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
it's funny.
It's just wild how things have turned out there in the Wild West. I was gonna say, but the Crazy Bins things, more for yourself though. I think that's better stuff. The flipping, I didn't find that.
Yeah,
much
there's
stuff
some stuff you could flip at some of those bin stores.
But great bargains for families.
Great deals, like if you're shopping and want like clothes that's cheaper.
Quality stuff.
Because I mean, let's say you're paying $3 for a pair of Target pants.
That's better than Goodwill.
That's cheaper than Goodwill.
Goodwill's jeans are at least $7 and up.
Their jeans are $7, $8, $9, $10.
Insanity.
Sometimes $20 for a pair of used jeans
Well,
at
these are
Goodwill.
Lucky Brand. Who cares?
Who cares if they're Lucky Brand? You got them for free.
Yeah. We looked them. I know you.
Who cares if they're True Religion brand? You got them for free.
You know what these are? They had where was that one place we went to? It was a. Oh, it doesn't matter what it was, but it was a value world.
Vicky, I don't have to. I choose to because he'll let his clothes get raggedy, and I'm like, honey, you need some new pants.
I buy my clothes.
I'm joking.
I was a clothes horse.
Vicky's like, you buy his clothes?
No, she doesn't.
No. Just sometimes I'll be like, yeah, let's get you some new jeans.
I am not the useless man that lays around and eats chips all day, like the obvious plant toy.
Sometimes I just help him out. I'm like, hey, try these on. Let's get you some pants.
I've got a wardrobe that I picked out all myself before I met you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
I just don't. I mean, I'm like, but working from home, there's no need to buy a lot of stuff anymore.
Yeah, and we're not as picky either.
No, I don't need the new Jordans. I don't need.
We don't have to have the newest, shiniest thing. If it's like, something decent for a good price, we grab it.
I need to be like Idiocracy, where you have the shirts are on that like dispenser. You just pull a shirt off and put it on.
And it's like Pepsi brand or something.
There's something to that.
No, there isn't.
But I don't wear Velcro shoes yet.
Yeah, no Velcros.
Not there yet.
Swamp Picker, hello there. Let's see.
I prefer nobody buying my clothes. But the jeans you had laying around happened to fit.
Yeah, they just happened to fit and it worked out.
So they might be my size,
sometimes you can find fun stuff for yourself at the bin stores where you're like, hey, this is a good bargain and it's something I could wear.
And I keep beating myself because I need to
lose
some weight.
And I'm saving money doing that.
I don't want to spend a lot of money on clothes and then not be able to fit them, after I lose a couple of pounds,
That's a good point too.
So I'll just deal with the tore up stuff until I get my S together and we'll see. Then I'll treat myself to some new clothes. And you can help me pick them out.
There we go. We could shop for clothes. What was the question? Oh, Seth, I was trying to find it on here.
She feeds me dinner too. You should see. She
like the baby bird style?
She baby birds dinner.
Yeah, I'll regurgitate.
Yeah, I'm totally useless.
Yeah, so then it's like a food milkshake.
Bathes me, everything.
Yeah, sponge bath.
Burps me.
Everything.
I'm a big baby man.
We're kidding. Seth goes, what type of art does James do? And real quick, I'm just going to open this door.
What type of art?
What type of art?
Well, I am known. Okay, that's not a hard question to answer. What are you doing?
Just opening the door a little bit because it's real stuffy.
You get yeah.
No, I think Louie wanted it.
I do. Let's see. I wish I had some stuff I could show right now. I don't. Do I have anything around? No. I do all kinds of illustration. Fantasy, humorous,
comic book
type artwork,
commercial art,
a lot of graphic designing logo
things.
design.
Yeah,
I do a lot of storyboarding. You could check out. I have a, I think there's a link on our website. No, probably not.
No, it's not.
No. Anyway, but yeah, I'll have to put a link up to my online portfolio. But yeah, I do all kinds of like graphic design, graphic art stuff. No 3D stuff. Strangely enough, I need to get into that.
Yeah, no 3D stuff or animating. But
I design stuff for.
He's a very good artist.
To be made for 3D. I do
he designs our logos. He's designed our T-shirts.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
he made our comic book.
You could see my art on our.
So that's James's art. When we Now the graphics for the Harry Scary Hangout, you designed the Harry Scary Hangout logo.
But our good
and I'll slap the logo on like promo pictures I put together on Canva.
Our good friend Randall did all the animation for that.
Yeah, and Randall did the animation for the Harry Scary Hangout.
Yeah.
He does the sounds, yeah.
And Tony Beller, the stellar Tony Beller, does some of
our stills,
the 3D like flip around, stay tuned,
the 3D pictures,
yeah, 3D pictures. So we have a lot of artists on the show.
We do. So thank you guys for listening to our wackiness here.
Oh boy, we went on today.
I need to go blow my nose and maybe take some allergy meds. Huh? Yeah. I'll probably wrap this up because I'm really stuffy right now.
It's time to wrap it up. Okay, yeah.
Let's wrap things up.
Yeah, something's getting me too. Yeah, I think I need more.
Yeah, there's something in here that's making me stuffy.
Need more medicine.
Well, thank you guys for watching. If you like this kind of video, hit like, hit subscribe. And we do appreciate you guys.
We do.
And we love hearing the thrifting comments. We like hearing about what you guys find when you go out hunting for fun things or what you collect. We like hearing about that too.
Like the questions. And sorry if we ranted a little bit, but it's part of it, the venting and the ranting, right? Get it all out. It's like a therapy session in the way, these shows.
Cool.
But yeah, so we got to hang out a little bit live this week after all. But thanks again. And yeah, hopefully we're streaming next Friday night at 9:45 live
Yeah.
on our YouTube channel.
We will
Eastern time.
we will see you guys on Friday for
Okay.
episode 175 of the
All
Hairy
right.
Scary Hangout.
Woohoo! Good night, everybody.
Bye bye.